Hello, this is Carl, and Jeff called me 2 days ago, and he said it's his anniversary. What is it? First year anniversary.
I can add one to zero. It's one. The first year anniversary.
Yeah. So that's their first marriage anniversary, and they wanted necklaces made, but they wanted healing necklaces, and like this. You want to zoom in on it? Anyway, you think, well, this is kind of weird to liking, but I can explain it. Okay, so I'm going to set it down. And so I've dabbled in this before, thinking, you know, there's energy in stones, and each gemstone has a different frequency to it, and it'll actually elicit a particular response or free up a blockage in the body that's been there, or a weakness, because we all have weaknesses in our energy pathways. And so I met Jeff and Vanessa at the bead store, and we muscle tested and found the right beads. For Jeff it was garnet, which are the big ones, carnelian, which are the orange ones, and then these are what are these?
Tiger's eye.
Tiger eye, and then the malachite. And those 4 stones, they worked really good for Jeff in neurologically organizing him and opening up his meridians to where he worked good. Now, the proof in the pudding is, does it really work, which you will see in just a minute. I'm going to test them and see if it works, so we don't even know if it'll work yet. But anyway,
It worked very well for us Friday.
It worked, yeah, theoretically, the beads, wrapping them around his neck, and we got different responses on muscle testing. So then I thought, well, what are the ratios going to be? And I've been studying sacred geometry for quite a while, and I just got, Sophie, we're on a thing right now. Anyway, let's use the Fibonacci sequence. And so with Jeff, we did 2 tiger eyes, 3 malachites, 5 garnets, and 8 carnelians. And that muscle tested very good for Jeff. Now it would be different for anybody else who wanted to try this. So anyway, so we bought all the gems, and then my daughter Jenny, who is a master at beading necklaces and designing necklaces, she put it together. And today we're trying them out.
And we custom ordered them for a particular length. So my wife wanted a longer necklace than the one that I ordered. So that was one other little detail we didn't mention.
Yeah, Vanessa's is tiger eye and garnet. Those were the 2 stones that tested really strong for Vanessa, and for Jeff it was these 4 different stones that tested for Jeff. And I thought, whoa, this is really going to look ugly. But it actually looks really pretty. I kind of like it.
And these are necklaces that originally I had in mind as things that we could wear in public, like, you know, any other kind of jewelry. And then as time went on, that became less of a priority for me. I just wanted jewelry, even if I wore it while sleeping or in private. I wanted the resonance of the stones, and I could say my understanding of how the stones work, but in terms of why they're helpful for different people. But we know that quartz is a crystal, and crystals can vibrate, and some will resonate at a particular frequency. And Carl's actually an excellent pianist, and when he plays piano, you know, if you hit a note way down, other notes will resonate, higher other strings on the piano.
The overtone series. That's what it's called.
When I have a particular frequency within me that isn't really strong, then my understanding is if I have a little bit of that frequency, certain stones will really resonate with that particular frequency or a set of frequencies, and that's part of how they are beneficial. And it may seem unfamiliar, but the physics of it we'll demonstrate, I guess, in a moment.
Right, and why are we choosing the Fibonacci sequence for the number of stones as the ratios? Because inside the Fibonacci sequence you have the golden mean, or the golden ratio, which is a very healing ratio, and it's also a regenerative ratio. So anyway, so with that, we're going to test Jeff. I always put people, when they see me, through a test, testing them in all four directions, just to see if they're open to that energy which that particular direction offers. And so what we're going to do is, Jeff is facing south, and push up hard, so we're doing a muscle test. Now when I touch the bridge of his nose, he should go weak. Push hard, and he does not go weak. That means he's not receiving the energy that the direction south has to offer him. And south, emotionally speaking, has to do with intuitive powers, things that deal with infinity that do not have boundaries. And also, physiologically, it's your endocrine system, your heart, your small intestine. And now let's try east. Push hard. Push hard. He doesn't, it's not working east. East has to do with, emotionally, it has to do with the listening that he's speaking into. He's having the experience that people aren't really hearing him. And
That's not what I said.
that's what I said. And also, it has to do with the logical side of the brain, the finite, the boundaries, the division and all of that. And it's just not working. Now push up. This is north. North isn't working. North has to do with integration and alignment, which he doesn't have access to that. And now he's facing west. West doesn't work either. Let's just check the gate. I check people for gait problems, because gait problems will manifest neurological disorganization. So bring your ear and shoulder together. Hold it. That's good and strong. Bring your chin down. Turn your head to the right. Push down. And that's good. Now, step forward on your right.